Hello, everyone. Tonight is September the 5th, and this is the Board of Health meeting. And we are being televised on Pepperell Community Media live. We're also being recorded by our secretary. And the first thing on the agenda this evening, we have an acceptance of the minutes of 8/22/17. So everyone has had the minutes distributed to them. And I would like to know if there's any corrections, comments to be made before we go forward to approve the minutes.
On the third page, the fifth paragraph, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mr. Paderno made a motion to approve the Ventura system as a 4 bedrooms. I would strike that. I would strike the sixth paragraph. Attorney Gould then interjected and asked the board to act on the motion to have it inspected as a 4-bedroom system.
No.
Mr. Durnall said, "That's my motion." Malin seconds. All in favor. I would instead insert on the 5th paragraph, Attorney Gould asked that we act on the motion, that we go forward as if it is a 4-bedroom Title V and have it inspected as a 4-bedroom under Title V. Mr. Durnall stated, "That is my motion." Mrs. Malwin seconded. All voted in favor.
Do you have any corrections, comments, Phil, that you'd like to add to that?
Are we striking your first statement? Are we changing that to home?
The fifth and
Mr. Durnall made a motion to approve Ventura's home as a 4-bedroom. Are we striking that?
I would strike it, and I would use the wording that I obtained from listening to the cable media.
Yeah. How about the next?
And then the next
The
line.
secretary read the motion back to the board.
Yeah,
No, I would leave that as it is.
as it
Four-bedroom
is?
system
As it is? Okay,
with the Title V as it stood, but going in forward to get the Title V as a 4-bedroom. So
See,
it's still in the process.
at no time did we talk about changing a permit.
okay,
We simply addressed doing
Okay.
a Title V as
I agree.
4-bedroom.
That's correct.
I agree.
So it's a little
We
ambiguous.
just scratched this.
Right. Do you got that, Sandra?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Change the other one, okay.
Okay, with those corrections being submitted, do I have a motion to accept the minutes of 8/22?
I make that motion.
I'll second the motion with the corrections.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor of accepting the minutes of 8/22, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Jimmy,
Thank you.
you're welcome, thank you.
Oh, Phil needs.
Oh, he did it up there.
Thank you.
Okay, so, first thing we have here, or not first thing, but second thing, we have appointments here for number 7 Layton Street, number 1, requesting additional extension to written order. And we have the gentleman here this evening. Hello, your name again, sir?
Hi, Phil Clark. I don't know if I'm a gentleman or not. but
You are. Hi, Bill. Thanks for coming in.
Okay, well, thanks for having me.
Okay.
Basically, I printed out a few of the same letters. Should everybody get a copy? I don't have enough for everyone. Basically, I distributed a few of them, and you can work
We
among
kind of taken a look at
yourselves.
this before.
What I'm looking for is another 30 days to basically do contractor schedules and access difficulties I've been having. Speaking about the access difficulty, yesterday the woman tenant told the carpenter who was going in to do the subflooring in the bathroom and the hallway for the flooring installation, which will happen tomorrow, she told him he couldn't come in. We forced that issue and got it done, but this is not the first time this has happened. Last month when I came in here, there was a 2-week delay for Jim D to go in and do 45 minutes worth of electrical work in there. So anyway, I did give a copy of the status to Kayleen some time ago, and I think everybody should see this. Most of the things except the bigger items, the bathroom and the flooring, are done. And some of these are updated since that time. And for example, under 410-500, front entry tiles are in disrepair. That's the new subflooring that's in now. The new flooring goes in tomorrow morning. Same thing in the bathroom. All new subfloor in there, and flooring goes in there tomorrow. And what I wrote next to here in red is contract for mold removal of the bathroom was signed in 8/13/17. And if you look at the scheduled items, mold treatment will be done on 9/15. There was a bed bug treatment done, when was it, 8/21, and they are coming back to re-inspect on the 14th. So a lot of the bigger things are getting done. The detail of the bathroom is clearly the biggest project, but new flooring and new vanity and new toilet and so on are in process right now. Down below that, in that same category, TV room, ceiling tiles, and first bedroom. Those the male tenant has been working on. I can't guarantee how soon that's going to be done. If it's done soon, great. If not, don't know. On the bathroom, well, probably the longest potential delay would be I was looking at having bath fitter come in and put a new surround, a new tub and a new surround in there. I don't know if I'll have time to do that because they're kind of busy like everyone else is. But I have called them. I haven't gotten back on the situation. So I guess what I'd like to say is I'm proceeding as best I can. There definitely has been some resistance, as I mentioned, about getting in there and getting access. And it's taken 2 weeks to get in to do the subflooring. And again, the carpenter was refused yesterday. So I'm working through that as best I can, but I can be penalized for that, but apparently the tenant can't, so I guess I'm stuck. So I'd like to have another 30 days, that way we can really get it done up right. Even have a bath fitters around and so on, put in there and put everything to bed.
Well, you got the smoke detectors.
Oh yeah, that was done right away.
That-
By the way,
That's great.
that tenant,
Good job doing
that
that.
tenant refused the first inspection. I was there and she wouldn't respond, even though it was an appointment made. They knew of it. So, what can I say?
Right.
I think it's a typical procedure that happens there.
So this dishwasher being loose, tenant indicating. it's
Yeah,
not
that,
cleaning the dishes, is that,
John Forrest used the word frustrating in dealing with them. That's kind of where we are. He says it needs a new pump, and I've called twice in the last week and a half, and I haven't gotten a call back, and I think frustrating is his response. He did say frustrating, and I'm not saying that's what he's saying today. I don't have a reply. But that's
but it is repairable,
He says it's,
Okay.
yeah, it's just a pump.
but it's not an electrical hazard of some kind?
No.
That's, okay, it's just a pump,
No.
okay.
That's probably a half hour's repair, but I think it's a matter of getting access and that kind of thing.
So you're looking for 30 days, you said?
Yeah, and again, what I'd like to do with the 30 days is get everything really cleaned up rather than kind of scurry and do everything, halfway and so on, because I don't know. about the status of the wall repair and so on. And I don't want to go in and fight over that part of things when the subflooring and so on isn't done.
Right.
But if I can do them one at a time, maybe I can get some logical responses from them.
So the window also in the kitchen, holes in the doors, those are their responsibilities?
Those are their responsibility. Kayleen can talk about those.
Okay.
Screens are all done. Everything else is done here. Bed bug treatment, which is not cheap.
It's the new thing.
What's that sound like to you, Aileen?
So the only glaring thing, Bill, that I'm seeing is the, under 410-500, the bathroom.
Yep, that's what we just talked about, the flooring is
Right.
done.
So your deadline, based on the file, looks like 9/13, and you want an additional 30 days.
Yep.
So,
Got the mold treatment on the 15th.
okay,
That's on the first text. And then what I'm looking to do is to do the tub right with bath fitter or whatever, and I can't guarantee how long that's gonna take. But it won't be
Right.
done next week, because the bath fitter hasn't even come and looked at it yet.
okay.
It may be as simple as just repairing what we have.
Have you seen the mold have you seen it around the tub? What's it looking like? Is it like just the caulking needs to be replaced? Or
Well, yeah, there's some
how
caulking, but, you know,
sometimes that,
the JP
because it doesn't get
does,
bleached out or cleaned?
JP does a whole big treatment of this.
Mhm.
They're gonna take the caulking out, they do all the walls and everything. It's a total mold treatment. He says you won't even see what's there. It just removes it. That's what you pay for.
The tenant you have in there, is there children?
Oh, teenagers, yeah.
Yeah.
Teenagers?
Yeah.
Older kids.
Mold is a touchy subject, right?
It is. Bill has been very proactive, I will tell you that, in this whole process. The bathroom is probably the biggest hurdle, I think, in the whole unit, aside of the bug issue and the smoke and COs. But I'm just looking at what has to be done, and if 30 days is realistic, maybe even shortening that, because, like I tell landlords, the more you extend time to get stuff done, the longer the unit stays in disrepair. And the goal is to get it in repair and compliant,
If
so.
I could get the tenant to comply with me, I could give you less than 30 days.
Right.
That's my problem.
Right. So I always ask too for a mutually agreed upon date and time, whether nowadays it's through text or in writing. Sometimes landlords run into issues where they can't gain access. That's not where we interject. We'll gladly provide a letter as long as there's proof. I just don't want the 30 days to be too
60,
long.
60, 90.
Yeah. I think
When is
30
this mold supposed to take place?
9:15. It's on the sheet here.
9:15.
Yep.
When's our next meeting?
The 19th.
So ultimately 10/13 would be your
Yeah.
deadline.
Yeah. But certainly by
So-
15th, 10 days, we get the mold treatment done, and then we can address what's the best way to handle the tub itself. And the caulking, by the way, is redone by JP as well, so it's all.
So 10/13, Kayleen, our next meeting is 10/17, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be opposed to the 30 days, but I think I would recommend to the board that this be the final extension for this particular property.
Yeah, I want it to be done, so I don't want to live this way. I don't know, everything's talented. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's say that.
So Bill's been in touch the whole process. He's emailed, access different things about getting stuff done, so I think the 30 days would be fair at this point, but after this, I wouldn't recommend any more.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Why don't
Make a
we
motion for that,
extend him to the 3rd?
of October? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because isn't his deadline the what did you say, the 10th?
The 13th.
The
Right now it's
13th
the
of
13th.
October, right?
Right now, it's the 13th of this month.
Not, 13th, but you want it to be the 13th of, it
October.
would
Yeah.
take it to the 13th of
Yeah.
October,
And
which
then
would
we
be
would
the
meet on
extension.
the 17th,
Then we
so.
meet on the 17th, Phil.
That would
So
be-
we're
All right.
going to,
I think that's reasonable, particularly when you're making your best effort to get reputable companies that are very busy at this time of the year.
Yeah.
And that date it's a little bit beyond your control as to when they can come in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really, for example, the Century Carpet. It took 5 weeks to get their estimate and then to have them actually come in. And yesterday's situation where the tenant was telling the carpenter he can't come in, that would have knocked us out another 4 weeks, just by her being obstinate, so. Yeah, and JP, I'm glad I've used JP, because they're really professional in this kind of treatment. I highly recommend other people use them, because they seem to really have their act together and know what they're doing.
Can I give them a motion that we give them till the 17th, and that we want to see them on that night?
Well, till the 10th, right?
No, give him till the request, it was 30
To the
days, which is
request.
the 13th.
The 13th
Okay.
of October, and then we'll meet again with him on the 17th.
Okay,
Okay.
Well,
sounds good to me,
I
yeah.
make a motion, we give them an
Do you
extension
have
to
a
the
comment, Jen?
13th.
Jenny, you have a comment?
is it necessary, Kayleen, that he come back if you have done the inspection and assured that everything's okay?
Yeah, I
have
can
to come-
report back
Okay,
to the
so he
board,
doesn't need to
yeah.
come.
So he doesn't need to be here then.
So when I believe I'm done, I can just let you know
Yep.
to re-inspect?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yep.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, folks.
So wait a minute, we have to have a motion to
Oh,
fill his.
I got a motion on the floor.
We have a motion to extend the written order until the 13th of October to have the repairs stated made, the final repairs, these few items that need to be repaired. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor state by saying aye.
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 can I vote too?
And thank you for being so cooperative.
Yeah.
It's obvious through Kayleen that you're
You're working.
trying
Well,
very
it's
hard.
a business,
Working
and I
with it.
try to run it that way.
Right, right.
Unfortunately, some tenants are not cooperative either in their payments or in their response.
We already know about that.
Yeah. I talked to you about
Not
that.
only you.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, thanks, folks.
go forth and hopefully you'll have some luck here with.
Yeah, well, I know with the floor going in tomorrow, that'll make that's a big step. Because that floor had some problems to it, you knew that.
Yes.
And, If the carpenter had not gotten in there yesterday, we'd be another month out on getting the floor done, so.
Thanks, Mr.
All
Carter.
right, thanks a
All right.
lot.
Have a nice evening.
See ya. I hope I don't
Good
have
luck.
to see you soon, hey.
Okay. Next item on the agenda here is the correspondence for expenditure sheet for the month of July.
So Laurie has service and supply should be at 16.67%, and what are we at?
We're at 100%. We haven't spent anything out of supplies.
Oh.
We haven't. Consulting services is,
No, I'm not talking consulting services. I'm saying supplies. Well, okay, she grouped them
She
both.
services. and
Services and supplies
she
should be
lumped
at.
it together.
Yeah, she did. I didn't even realize that. Should be at 16.67, and we have paid
We are at
consulting.
23.92%, so we are over.
You know, I can't make a services payment any lower than what it is. This is just to give the departments kind of like an eye as to where they are in the stream of their expenditure budget.
Well, we have the one-time, we had the one-time expensive memberships, and we won't have that again the
Right.
rest of the year, so
Right.
it's like grocery shopping, it will balance out, hopefully.
There hasn't really been any more out of that veterinary services either, aside from what we're, as far as like utilizing extra things for rabies or rabid animals or anything. We haven't done anything extra. to
Nothing,
my
we-
knowledge.
no.
It's been a pretty good year for that. Was there?
I thought she was billed on one of them, maybe she wasn't,
Just recently, or?
maybe a month ago?
I don't think
No,
so.
not for the
But that's what
fiscal year. We haven't gotten a bill. It's,
Okay.
yeah. If somebody, a homeowner took it,
Mhm.
it's their responsibility.
No, I think she did.
Oh,
but
I haven't
in any event,
received
it would be one
anything.
bad.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe one bad coming forth. I don't know.
So you think that the membership reflects that 23% because we had to use that 100% amount? Bill, you're looking it over there. I think that that membership fees for the, Jenny was saying for the, our membership fee that we have to pay, it's yearly, that we had to draw out of that at this time, so maybe that's why it bumped it up a little bit. But all in all, we're running a pretty tight budget here.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
And we're under for labor and related,
Aren't we all?
so. Good.
Underpaid and overworked. Sorry, just saying. All right. Hi there.
No.
Hi, can you sign in, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Board of Health?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
Okay. It's just a review, we don't need to,
Yeah, number 2 has, I just read it for the first time right now, has multiple errors in the second, third sentences,
we're
so
going on to the
I've self-edited.
health agent comments, and we're not up, we're
Yes.
past the expenditure, okay.
Yes.
I was thinking, wait a minute,
Right.
I don't see a number 2 on there. All right, so moving on to the health agent comments, to a selectman special permit application for 17 Nashua Road. Okay, Kayleen. There's not a copy, that's the copy right there, Phil, yeah.
Do you
Okay,
mean
so-
however no further details are provided?
No further, you need an O there, but how do you want that to read, Kayleen? Attention should be
Yeah, there's an O
Given
missing, yeah.
to the
There's,
basin perimeter,
there's a few
to
errors
the
that have to be
wetlands.
changed.
How would you like to rephrase that?
Essentially, that statement is just gonna indicate the type of soils that are there.
Mm-hmm.
There is proximity to wetlands, on the site and also the Nashua River and the basin that they've indicated on the plans that they provided us.
Okay.
There's supposed to be detail and there's none.
Mm.
So obviously with the type of automotive repair garage and what they're proposing to do, I would just like to see clarification. And I wouldn't be surprised if that comes up from the DPW office and the Concom as well.
Okay,
So just grammatically, it doesn't read number 2 has to be rearranged, but I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to
Yes.
say.
okay.
So as long as I make the
And-
changes, and I have like 10 I gotta make here, so.
Okay, and they are gonna abandon the system and tie into the,
Yes.
to the sewer
So I'm gonna ask for proof of an
abandonment.
application from the sewer department and also our form.
Okay,
Is this the garage? Or is this down there where his brother is?
I just know it as the corner of
It's right off the
Mill
corner.
Street and
17
Nashua.
Nashua Road.
It's right there at the corner.
Oh. What is his brother up to? I've had some comments about that.
I don't even know who this person is, so I wouldn't know who the
I
brother
do.
is. You can ask me off record.
Billy Murphy, you don't know him?
No, I'm not from here.
Oh.
I'm not from these
Well,
parts.
Learning
Auto-
through the years who's who, but
Auto clinic.
And he's
Auto
had a
clinic?
long-established business that started on the River Road, and it grew and grew, and I would say he has a state-of-the-art facility at 17 Nashua Road now.
okay.
Yeah.
He wants expansion.
But his brother is down the street with all the Volkswagens.
Oh, that property.
There's a
Okay.
unanimous, some people call it a junkyard.
Nobody's contacted this office regarding that. So as far as 17 Nashua is concerned,
That's right.
I'm just going to rearrange the grammatical piece of number 2 and probably get this off because they want comments. I think tomorrow's the deadline.
Okay.
So as long as everybody's okay, the gist of it is they're going to tie into sewer. If not, I want full compliance with Title V, and then the soils on site with the basin they
I'll
propose.
bring it up in comments.
Okay.
That's fine. I don't think right now is relevant to that, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, so we're
so
okay with those changes?
that's right. Do you need a motion for that?
No, as long as you guys are okay
Yep.
with me making the edits, we're good.
Yes, okay.
Clearly didn't read it.
All righty.
I have several people giving me comments about it, so I gotta bring it up.
Okay.
I don't know, I don't have any old, so I don't know
Okay,
if you
you
want to
don't have
tab
any?
new.
Okay. Go to new, or should we?
You're in charge.
Yep. Okay, so no old business? Anything that may be raised that the chair didn't anticipate? Old business, old business. Okay. Okay. You all set? Going on? You all set?
Yeah, we'll
Hey,
get down to
new business.
discussions.
Action items, matters that that may be raised that the chair didn't anticipate. So, sir, is he here this evening for, pardon?
Because we don't have walk-ins on here, so.
We don't.
I emailed Sandra this morning and I didn't know what the protocol was, but
Okay.
just
What's-
wanted to,
What's your name? I'm
David
sorry.
Sears, 75 Jewett Street.
Okay, David,
Pepperell,
hi.
Clover Lake Farm.
Okay,
And I just wanted to, Kayleen knows a little bit about what I'm doing and I have been doing over the months. And I just wanted to, I'm ready to file I just wanted to talk about it with you guys before I launched into it. I'm ready to file my, mainly get understanding how to file my permit to sell raw milk, frozen pork, frozen beef, eggs, and we're starting a little farm stand. We're building a dairy. And we're 2 weeks away from being licensed by the Department of Agriculture to sell raw milk. We're gonna test, first run starts on Monday, a milk test, and then we wait a week, and then the second test. So I'm potentially within 10 days, whatever, 15 days from having my license from the state to sell raw milk. So the next thing I need to do is get my permit from you guys, I guess, to sell my milk on the farm stand and other products too. So I just wanted to, I got the copy of the permit here, and I also have a copy. I can't give you this one, but you can copy the septic system, the dairy waste system you were interested in, about the dairy waste system. So that's built and stamped and done.
Wow,
NRCS designed it, and
okay.
Dave Walsh built it. I've got the as-built plans here that you can make copies of, but I just wanted to sort of have dialogue and understand what it is I need to do and how it is that I get it done, so that I can start selling product there.
now, Kayleen, with that being said,
Some loaded questions, just so you know, but thank you for being proactive. So one of the things is eggs.
Mhm.
So those aren't regulated, therefore anything 45 degrees or below with a thermometer,
Mhm.
that's, we're a right to farm community, so that's the
Yeah.
eggs.
Yeah.
Raw milk, some towns have banned it. I know in the Neshoba district, I think one town, maybe Groton, has banned it. To the best of my knowledge, Pepperell has not. We could do a historical check. So as far as selling the raw milk, there's state guidelines and obviously follow through with those, but the local Board of Health really doesn't have any say in that because
Good, okay.
they have.
So I don't need to file a permit to sell?
For raw milk, you might need a nominal permit to sell milk, but not, raw milk is its own
From you guys or
beast.
from the state?
From us.
Right.
So I can double check on that. And then the pork and beef, that is a big graph, and depending on what you're doing, if you're raising on site, taking it to slaughter, direct to consumer, there's a host of stuff. It could be,
Raised on farm,
right,
USDA slaughtered, packaged and labeled, and brought back to my farm for retail sale. I have my, as a result of some issues that I had with Bridget Braley, I have my wholesale food distribution permit in place, and so as of April 7th. So I've got my wholesale.
you do have a
food,
wholesale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wholesale for what? Pork and beef?
Food,
sell.
for food, wholesale food distribution, so that means when I sell to a restaurant or another retailer, I'm covered by the state.
And there's
You-
no
you fall under
limitation
that.
of what
No,
it covers?
no, I
Okay.
can sell garbanzo beans, doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay.
But you're under that guideline of the state, so.
Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
you have to
yeah,
fit
yeah.
into that criteria.
yeah, Neil Talbot
Okay.
came out and I got the license hanging and I'm doing everything he told me to do, so.
The narrative you gave me a while ago, do you
Yeah.
want to just revisit that and see, still
No.
see if
I mean,
you're,
that's it, that's pretty much what I'm doing. So
Okay.
I don't wanna add stuff, I mean, it's.
Ad
you know,
nauseum.
yeah,
no, the only reason I ask is
It
because,
hasn't changed. I mean,
Okay,
That's what I'm doing.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty basic, so.
okay.
Okay.
When it comes to slaughtering of any chicken, beef product, there is this huge book on how and who and what to do. So
Yeah,
it seems like you're definitely covered with the wholesale, but you probably just need a retail from us.
that's what I thought, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I would say based on what you're presenting tonight, tentatively
Mhm.
is a retail.
Yeah. Okay,
That would
yeah.
probably be about the
Because we're
gist
gonna
of it.
do, our plan for the future is a farm stand, so vegetables, I mean, consumable things that people are gonna eat in addition to things that they're gonna grow, so, you know,
Nice.
packaged maple syrup and honey and things that we're gonna buy to resell, that kind of thing, but,
That's
you
still
know,
retail.
yeah. yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you know, scales, you know, we're gonna weigh things and, you know, I gotta get the certificate for the weights and measures and whatnot, but that's
Okay.
to the extent that we're gonna, you know, do stuff. And I think, you know, under the farm guidelines, I think there's, I think I'm under those auspices completely, but I just, the frozen meats, I didn't know, I thought that's where a trigger might be met for filing a permit for retail sales.
Yeah,
So,
direct to the consumer would be the retail
yeah,
piece
that's
of
what I'm
it.
doing, yeah, that's what I
Okay.
intend to do, yeah.
I would say that's about the gist of it from us based on what you're presenting to the board.
If
I don't know if they have any other questions.
I
If he
haven't had
sells
raw milk since God
products.
knows stuff.
Both
Well,
can't
you
talk
gotta
at the
come
same
up, Phil. We'll be ready. I'm milking 4 right now, and a 5th one coming up that, you know, we just use it for ourselves and making cheese, and our
Nice.
ultimate end game is cheese. That's
Nice.
hopefully a year or so from now. So we're doing the raw milk initially to get things going and, you know, sort of use up the milk, and then cheese will be our next venture. That's the
Now,
end
my
game.
wife will be up. Cheese. Just mention the word cheese and she's gonna be running.
So, I guess the application looks pretty straightforward. Just,
Oh, is that our?
yeah,
okay.
that's yours. I pulled off of the website, and I don't know.
Yeah, so once it's all filled out and fees
Is
are
that the
paid,
one?
we'll
Yeah, this is the one I should
cross. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yep,
Who should I send it?
you can drop it here at the,
Okay.
at the Pepperell office if
Yeah.
it's easier, and then I can take it back for review.
With the check?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Kaylee, I have one question. If it involves selling products like maple syrup, etc., that's not grown on the farm,
Maple syrup, honey,
does that involve the
Eggs.
selectmen with the permit?
He's gonna do
sure.
his homework. But as
Okay.
far as the Board of Health, that's one of the ones that aren't regulated.
Right.
Okay.
There's no
Yeah, we're allowed to
jurisdiction.
sell, I think it's 50% of your products that are not, it's either 50 or 50, 49 or 51%, I forget how it goes, but you're allowed as a farm stand to sell products that you don't manufacture. That's the state policy, that's a state
Good.
guideline, if you will, so I don't know. if
Sounds
the
like
local one.
an adventure.
Sounds good.
Yeah, no.
Good for you. A
Yeah.
lot of hard work. You
Oh,
put a
yeah.
lot of work into this.
Oh, yeah,
A
no.
lot of homework. You know more than I do.
A lot of people are looking for that type of a venue these days, right? Looking
Yes,
to
oh,
have
yeah,
a
yeah, and
nice
it's raw,
place to
we're-
buy.
We're focusing more on forage-based, not a high-grain diet, it's a
Nice.
low production, happy cows.
Right.
Um,
High protein feed instead of what you plant is high protein and
Yeah, grazing. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're rotationally grazing, so high forage diets.
Yep.
Very, and a lot of the sort of the health benefits that come with that. We're
right.
pasture raising our pigs too, so
Right.
they're on pasture as well,
Nice.
which is kind of cool. And the beef too. So everything's as natural as we can. We are feeding grain. We have to.
Right, you have to
but-
supplement them.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't feed all year round when there's snow on the ground.
Yeah, no, well, you have to do some grain,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm working on getting the soil fertility. And we're organic too. I'm not a certified organic, but we are
Mm-hmm.
adopting organic principles. No commercial fertilizer. The farm's been clean for, I don't know, since I think we're going 15, 17 years.
Awesome.
No
Wow.
fertilizer for a long time, and
Wow.
now just organic fertilizer, so
Right.
organic premises,
Mhm.
no herbicides, no growth hormones in the meat, no antibiotics.
HBTs.
No antibiotics
Good
unless
for
the
you.
animal's life is in jeopardy,
Mhm.
but no antibiotics in something that a person would consume. So sort of going that track with this stuff. So
Wow.
I should have brought you some hamburgers.
I know, huh? We'll be down there. We'll be over pronto.
You all got hamburger coming to you. So.
Nice. Good for you.
Yeah,
Good for
it's
you.
a lot of fun
Wow.
actually. We love doing it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's
All
good.
right, so I'll just fill this out and drop it off, and
Yep, you
We'll
can
go
come
from
to
there.
this office.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, I'm about ready to. Do you guys come out and see what I put together? What does it entail once the application's?
Yeah, once there's a permit on the line, there's always an inspection. So
Yeah, yeah.
any piece of paper you get, just expect an inspection from anybody.
Yeah. So what are they looking for? Obviously temperature, but refrigeration. The state's giving me some guidelines for that, but I just
It's pretty basic, so the
Yeah.
state guidelines would be probably pretty well rounded to get you through that.
yeah.
Pretty straightforward stuff.
Yeah, the frozen stuff. I also did get my I forget what the qualified control food safety. I did go through food
Fast.
safety
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
course. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a qualified something or other. PCQA is what they call it.
Okay.
So we did that for the cheese operation actually. So I've got a little bit more than just a pig farmer making milk. I like to think I'll be able to keep things clean and neat and safe.
Great.
Yep.
Wonderful.
So
Wow.
y'all have an open invitation. So
Thank you. Wow.
you'll be hearing.
It's
about
an
it, I'm
interesting
sure.
operation too to see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
See that at work. And basically, it's grown,
Yeah.
raised,
Yeah.
right to the
Yeah.
consumer where it's really not
Yeah.
processed and
It's so much
in
better.
who knows where. You know.
Oh yeah. No, everything about it is
Wonderful.
just so much better tasting.
Yeah.
I've been up to Cabot cheese when they make it
Oh
up there.
boy. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
cheese.
That's awesome up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I bet.
I
I
like
love
milk
that cheese.
too.
They do a
You
parade.
know what I've been told? Like when you have like a milk, a lactose intolerance, that raw milk is supposed to be
It does. Yeah. It's different. It's not.
what you can drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Some
not
people
be
can.
lactose
Yeah.
intolerant. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Some people just have to hang it up after.
And now they're picking up all the benefits. Technology is really getting into what raw milk has in it. And
Right.
the other thing that where our cattle are, there's a protein in the milk. It's A2. I don't know if you've heard the conversation about A2 milk.
I've heard stuff
These
about
are
this.
cattle that are A2 I'm gonna test them to verify, but they're all a breed that's known to be genetically predisposed to A2 milk, which is a protein,
In the protein chain, it's a benefit.
it's a protein chain that benefit that actually, they realize now the A1 milk, which is the alternative, has one little detail about the protein that's in some cases lethal to people. And it's just one of these things, a genetic predisposition to histamine versus proline, which is the two genes that are different in A1 and A2. There's one little thing that's different,
Right.
and it makes a difference to
Histamine.
people's,
That food
you know.
that allergy to the,
well,
Right.
yeah, heart disease, a whole list of things. And none of it's been proven, but it's just, I think it is, there's some, I think
there
there's some
there
validity.
could be some validity
It could be, I
to
think
it.
in the future, it'll probably play itself out, so.
Wonderful.
That's what we've been going towards, so.
Good, thanks for coming in and
Yeah.
sharing that
We
with
milk at
us.
6 a.m., so you can, anybody
Come on
wanna-
down. I never was good at that. Some
Welcome to
people are,
milkers,
some
so.
people are good at that, and I just cannot milk a cow.
We're doing a pipeline system, so, you know, it's a contained loop, so it won't hit the air. I don't, you know, it won't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get bacteria in
It goes, yeah, it goes from the cow in a stainless steel thing into the tank, and doesn't see the barn air, you know, which
Right.
milk does have is notorious for taking up odors
up.
from wherever it's stored. So we built a little pipeline system.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah,
How interesting.
yeah. We took it's an interesting story.
Come on a field trip there. I wanna-
Yeah, it was awesome. We did interesting side story. Is the barn? My dad bought the farm in 1959, and the barn he tore apart a dairy barn to make suitable for his horses. So he chipped out all the dairy stuff. This is 1950s little dairy barn, you know, with stanchions, and the cows' names are still up.
Oh, my
We
goodness.
he left them up all these years, and so haven't I. So now we've put it back into a dairy, which is kind of cool.
Wow. Interesting, huh?
Different
Come
configuration.
full circle.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. Was meant to be.
Yeah, oh, well, we're crazy enough to do it, so,
No,
Right.
you're an entrepreneur. Good for you.
yeah. Well, that and a wife that's willing to go along with this program, that's,
It's hard work.
yeah.
A lot of hard work.
Well, that helps.
Oh, it helps, yeah.
Yeah.
She loves it, though. She loves her cows, you know. So,
It's not a 9-to-5 job.
Nope.
Oh, I just got out of the shower. I just finished feeding, you know.
Man,
Yeah,
up with the before the sun.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
up nice and early.
yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Well, thank you very much, and
Yeah.
if you have any
Thanks for
questions.
coming in.
Nope.
I don't know if you,
Yeah.
Kayleen's got my contact info if you need anything
Yeah.
from me, but look for the permit. And I can file, I have an LLC, so I'll file it under that,
Okay,
you know, Cloverluck Farm LLC,
okay.
so.
And like we tell everybody, just make sure to, on Jenny's behalf, just you hit all the departments. I think you've been in touch with Steve from planning.
Yep,
Just
Yeah.
make sure you hit every base before you, the food permit is a green light to go. It's
Yeah.
just a piece of the puzzle,
Yeah.
so just make sure you touch base with everybody.
meaning.
There's other town departments here besides Board of Health, so just make sure you touch base with everybody. I'd recommend
Okay.
starting in the building department.
I've already done that,
Okay.
with Harry, who's not here anymore, so.
Yep, okay.
And the electrician is Johnny D, and we've got all the plumbing permits have been pulled, and electrical, we pulled electrical, and Harry didn't say I needed, building permits, so I didn't do them,
Okay, just
so he's all
Just because
set.
people get sometimes a food license and they think they're just good to go, but there is other pieces of it, so.
Okay, all
If
right.
you've done that,
Yeah, I've done
Very
that. Paula Tarasi knows what I'm doing. I think I have to actively tell them, but I will. Curtis, well, Mark knows what's going on, so maybe the selectmen do. Mr. Nutter knows,
okay, I'm just putting it out there.
yeah.
Sounds like
Who
you
else?
covered all. Who else would be the sewer
That's just
department?
real, yeah, who else?
Nope,
I
that's
guess
it.
that's it,
It's all
right?
done, right?
Okay.
a lot of
well, sure, if somebody
departments.
shakes something out, just let me know.
They will.
You know
They'll
where I
let you
am,
know.
you know where I am.
I don't want to tell too many people about my raw milk.
Or it's like a drug, it's like I feel, some people say, hey, you got
That's
raw
right.
milk.
You got raw milk.
You got raw milk.
Got any? It's true. That's how they made it,
Yeah, it seems.
basically.
Yeah,
You know.
it is. It's weird
It's
how it's
important
gone
for
that
some
way.
people.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Ed.
All set.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
Thanks
night.
again.
Bye now.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.
Okay, so we have some permits here, permit licenses for 8 Riley's Way new septic system
Oh, yeah.
and an 8 Riley's Way new well at the same time, right?
Space Cadet. This is part of the off the River Road there property. We're seeing quite a few of them. Again, checked it against Title V. It is, oh my God, the high capacity chamber systems. Any questions? Otherwise, I would recommend to the board to motion to approve septic permit for 8 Riley's Way, Lot 12.
Okay, do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the new septic system for 8 Riley's Way.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
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 I also have the well permit, although upon review, it looks like in our well regulations, you have to be 20 feet from an easement, and they're only 15. So with that being said, I'd recommend to the board not to approve the well permit at this time. Or we can simply just understand that it's not approved, and I can contact the owner of the property and explain to them the deficiency. And maybe just bring it back to the next meeting. I don't know if the board wants to formally deny it on the basis of the offsets aren't met because you weren't presented with it. I'm just telling you why I wouldn't go forward with it.
Okay. So no, I don't believe we should go forward with that. You will contact them though, right?
Yeah, we'll call them tomorrow and explain why we didn't go forward. Like I said, they didn't request the 15 feet relief. It's just
A formality.
the formality I noticed. So,
Okay.
just next
So we'll-
meeting.
We'll wait on that. We can put it on the agenda for next meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
And I don't have one Lakin that just landed on my desk. So
Okay,
that's obnoxious.
that's not here. All right, so we're striking that one. We'll not be discussing that. Okay, open discussion? Anything to discuss tonight? Under open
Blacking
discussion?
Street is done.
That's not, they're striking that from the agenda. It's not ready tonight.
Yeah, I had several people ask me about this place on Nashville Road with all the cars. Don't we have a limit on how many cars you can have in a driveway and a yard?
Are they registered?
Rezoning. It's not us.
That's zoning?
Right.
Okay. Done.
That was easy.
Zoning and assessors, right? That was it? Open
That was
discussion?
it.
Okay,
People asked me and I said I'll ask, and I asked.
zoning board,
I'll go back and tell them to go to zoning.
okay. Anything else to be discussed tonight? No? Okay. So our next meeting then is going to be
Yeah, I just looked at it.
for September the 19th. Everybody okay with that? September 19th, Bill?
Yep.
All set? All right,
Yes, fine.
so everybody, that'll be our next meeting for September 19th. So with that being said,
Just a heads up about the next meeting. It might be a rather expanded one, so just anticipate probably a heavy agenda than usual, so.
okay.
Why?
Just
Sign
a,
up.
just a
What's
lot
going
of permits have crossed
Oh,
my
okay.
desk. I think
Okay.
you're gonna be presented with some variance requests. Get this well again.
You heard from Brown Avenue?
That might be on there. Just a more expanded than normal. I think they've been kinda light, so just, so you don't get it and you're all like, oh my God.
Okay.
That's all.
All righty then. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So move.
Do I have a second to adjourn the meeting?
I'll second.
All right, so I will adjourn the meeting tonight at 7:49 PM.